What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I am your host, the most professional wrestler, TNA Star, proud member of the system, Scottie Pippen of wrestling figure collecting, Brian Myers.
And I'm your host, always ready, the complete Matt Cardona, a.k.a. the $1,000 Broski, a.k.a. the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collecting, a.k.a. the best special guest referee ever.
Cool gear. I saw that.
Sale tonight on Whatnot.
Well, I'm also your producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling Esquire, the most famous professional wrestling lawyer in this show. It's brought to you by our good friends, Ringside Collectibles. Use code MAJOR to save 10%.
I need a Ringside delivery. I've gotten nothing from Ringside in a while.
I think there's a motherload coming. It's been a little quiet lately, but
Motherload. Follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Major W Pod. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening somewhere, subscribe, follow, whatever the option is.
Thumbs up. 5-star.
Everything.
do it. No,
Leave
for
a
real, do
review.
it. I feel like people are listening and not doing it.
No,
Do you
I can
enjoy
tell you
this?
for
Do
sure
it.
they're not doing it. They're also not leaving reviews.
Yeah, come on, guys.
So, guys, just leave a review. Post it to us with the screenshot Major review. If we read your review on air, you'll win a prize.
DJ, not today, jackass. He says, so proud of the Major WF Pod team, especially when it comes to Collect Major brand. Where else can you find a licensed Crockett, NWA, GCW, TNA, Rambo, Kickboxer, even Topanga figs? And how great is Smart Mark 2? You should definitely toot your own horn.
Man.
Toot, toot.
I mean, hell of a statement, because you ain't wrong, DJ.
You ain't wrong, pal.
I did see a tweet of a guy who may have recorded an audio version that he wanted to DM somebody, and he did not. I did not see any DMs, so hopefully I can get you that audio version of one of these things soon.
Sweet.
I think it was the Britney Spears one. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, hey, if you got it, we'll play it.
Cool.
And the giveaway, courtesy of Ringside Collectibles, find our pinned post on X, repost to be eligible. The winner this week is the Ripper Sting. And the winner
Toby
is
87, Jen Chow 316.
Sweet. And the prize for next week, repost to be eligible, is the Hollywood Hulk Hogan from the Vault, Ringside exclusive.
Sweet.
All right, guys, majormarks.com. Sign up for the fan club, the subscription service, the family, the community. Every single week, we give away a prize to a new and old subscriber. Who wins, Mark?
First time in the line, Garrett Jones and the classic superstar, Bob Burke.
Oh, my God. You get this podcast
Been around a
early.
long time.
Yep. Get this podcast early and ad-free. Access to the Facebook group. So many bonus podcasts. We just recorded one. We did Men in Black. We watched the movie. We reviewed it. Talked about the toys. We got another bonus coming up later in the month. We have all the ass majors. Anything. Mine was sent in. I don't know if it's up yet.
Oh, yeah.
Covered all.
I got to do that.
Wow,
Covered
only
all
9
theme
days
parks.
into June here, broski, and you got it done?
I got a busy June, so I wanted to get it out of the way.
Got a busy June.
The theme was theme parks, so check that out. Of course, you got My Lead and Breeze, Figure Dissecting with E Freedom, Silver Lining with Smart Mark, Captain's Log with Joe Shoes. Who's on that log?
Well, last month he did a little Ask Joe Shoes and Kinnick Anything. So the two of them just kind of like hung out after their honeymoon vacation in New York and just asked.
Oh, that was for May?
That was for May, yeah.
In June, I believe it's this week, he has the sleeper guest of Heath's live happy hour last month, Bobby Orlando, Creative Pro Heavyweight Champion, by the way.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a perfect time to bring this up. Bobby tagged, okay, so he did a live basketballing, I don't know what else to call it,
Shot.
on
You
our
wanna call
show.
it a shot, Mark.
You know, he has like whatever it is, 250,000 followers or something. And he tagged me and Heath in that. There has been nothing on Instagram that got me more followers over the last couple of weeks. My Instagram has spiked. I keep getting followers every day. It's crazy. I'm tagged by AEW stuff and I don't get followers like that.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
So thank you, Bobby.
Bobby. And of course, he's Happy Hour, which will be the part of the live show,
Part
right?
one of the live show? Is that what's
Yeah,
going on,
looking
Mark?
forward to it. Yeah.
Very cool.
Man, and guys, it was like a live comedy show, like unreal, just from beginning to end. Never a dull moment, like whatsoever. Holy shit! So I'm looking forward to people hearing that.
And then, of course, the Hard Foundation up. You get the mystery card, new card for the month of June. The May cards. Nobody has gotten them yet.
But I just got them in this weekend. The final ones.
Oh, so they're not even shipped.
No, they're getting packaged up right now.
Okay.
I actually let slip what it was on the Silver Linings today. I had to bleep it out.
Oh, damn. Very cool. Anything else for MajorMarks.com, Mark?
No, we're just chugging along.
All right. If you want to advertise your product or service, hit us up. Majorpodcast@gmail.com. Follow up. TNA, Against All Odds, the Mullet Arena, Tempe, Arizona. The system was there.
System tore it the fuck down. Just a epic 8-man tag. Unfortunately, we didn't come out on top, but very proud of the match, the performance. The crowd was just incredible. And a lot of good things to be said about it, but someone else in this chat's performance
stole the show.
I cannot.
Special guest referee. Look at that gear. Toyetic. You talk about always ready. You talk about being the most professional wrestler. I got texted on Tuesday I was doing this while I was at Epic Universe. Had the wherewithal to text my gear guy. Had it overnighted for Friday's show.
Holy crap.
And I'm going to sell it on Whatnot today. Best special guest referee ever. Listen, hey, reference hard, guys.
Bro,
John Code.
If you want to see the worst referee performance in the history of the business.
Come on.
He did everything unimaginably wrong in this thing, besides basically count with his foot. Worst referee performance I've ever seen in my life.
Guys, I'm not a
Text
ref.
John Cohn to make sure he knew to be ashamed of it.
I think I look good. That's all that matters.
Hold on. Rockin' with Dan says he thought Broski did a great job.
Dude, he couldn't count to 3.
What do you mean? Well,
he couldn't hit the mat for some reason. I don't understand. He's the
No,
stiffest guy in wrestling, but he couldn't hit the mat. It
I
makes
think
no
Brian
sense.
wanted me to slide to get no, I wasn't sliding. I
So
got on all four.
It's so awkward and uncomfortable. He's out of position. He's just barely watching.
I'm not a referee.
So it's
There's-
guys, go out of your way. Against all odds.
Please go out of your way.
You watch it. You tell me if Broski did a good job, because I think the opposite. We're all at the monitor in disbelief. And Fandango goes, "Damn, what's wrong with Cardona? He's like Nick Patrick on fentanyl." Huge pop. But yeah, man. Woo. Rotten.
Hey, the gear.
And when Matt came back, I literally said, if your goal was for them to never ask you to do that again, then mission accomplished, because nobody will ever ask you to be a special guest rep.
All right, I got to watch this. I got to watch this now, because that doesn't sound like Matt. Come on.
I will say, rep it is hard.
Someone else from him, they gave him, he's got the real earpiece or whatever.
Yeah, I saw it.
I don't know why, but he wouldn't turn his head, so he'd only do a full body turn. He was scared to move his head.
Because it was falling out of my ear. It kept falling out of my ear. I kept putting it back in. Then I didn't want to. It's a disaster. I think I did a great job. Santino Morello gets the big win. So
against your longtime real life enemy.
I will say this: the Robbie E. Santino saga, came to an end in this, and it was a lot of fun. These guys did a great job, throughout the whole program they had.
I love Robbie E, man.
They both are very good at their jobs, and I hate that I'm saying that about Robbie E right now, but it was very fun.
It's great.
And I was tempted to do a low run ref bendy repaint, but I think I'm going to pass. But it's tempting. It's very Toyota.
I don't know. Maybe now that I made this performance famous by saying how horrible it was.
Hey guys, would you buy a major bendy repaint? Let me know.
I only like it because of the idea of having, but now you can have Matt as a ref. So
Maybe
you
I
have
will
another
do
ref.
it. Maybe I will do it. All right, this.
But you'd have to have the shirt on it.
Yeah, I paint the shirt on.
Got
Like
it.
this.
Got it.
Yeah, I paint the shirt on. And this is a little spoiler, I guess, of this week on TNA. So watch TNA on the TNA Plus app.
Might be some major player implications in the upcoming weeks. A little hint.
Check
it out.
That out. I wanted to talk about this because we always talk about merch stand items. This has been in my save searches for years. I've only seen it twice. Check this out. 1991 WWF Big Boss Man sunglasses.
Ooh.
Man, that's wild. Just that little
$250
print.
best offer, sold.
Immediately someone bought that?
And when I sent this to D Freedom, they had not sold yet. So
Wow.
they're gone. Check that out.
That's pretty cool.
If I
Wow,
was
and the
still,
little logo in the corner there. I didn't even see that one.
yeah, if I was still collecting all this stuff, I would have snagged it. But I passed on it because I still have to sell all my stuff. But
Right.
very, very rare.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at those. Big Boss Man sunglasses.
Wow, what
Super
a deal.
rare.
$7.95.
$7.95. That's what you paid for it. You really made your... That was a long hold there. You made some money.
Yeah.
Yes. Jeremy Padower. He posted some awesome Toy Fair images from 2005 and wrote this, said, in 2003, at 29 years old, I influenced Vince McMahon and team to change the WWF business model, embracing their classic roster and consumer products. That became Classic Superstars. It changed wrestling and toys. It was a mass toy brand primarily focused on the adult collector. Series 1 included Ultimate Warrior and Bret Hart. Both were in active or recent lawsuits with the company. The strategy was to purposely include superstar, main roster, and mid-card talent so as to signal to the adult wrestling fan, this is going to be a deep dive for you, the fan. The Attitude Era had ended. Wrestling figures as toys were just no longer working. This strategy over the next 7 years would turn WWE into the #1 action figure brand by 2009 and forever cement the adult collector as a critical consumer in mass toy and collectible development. 20 years ago, the adult collector was the #4 consumer segment behind preschool, age 6 to 11, and age 11 to 14. Today, it is the largest single segment in all of toys and collecting. In this rare media clip from Toy Fair 2005, I talk about 20 years from now. 20 years from now is today. I'm proud of my contributions to this movement, toys as a serious form of collectibles for adults and for secondary market value. Thanks to Ringside Collectibles for the footage, and for Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, and Major Wrestling Fair Podcast for keeping the history of collecting alive and well.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. We love you,
Nothing but
pal.
No lies in that statement, I would say. You know,
And that is a real appreciation for the brand.
So great
real
clip.
appreciation for wrestling and a real appreciation for the superstars that make up wrestling. All right? So it's my hope that today we celebrate Terry Funk as one of the legends of wrestling. And by the way, he still takes a few bumps here and there. And recognize also that just like in baseball where you have a Mickey Mantle or you have, somebody who at one time had just a tremendous level, Terry is that. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we need to be right now. We need to recognize that the Hank Aaron's and the Mickey Mantles of the world are not just baseball. They're not just in football. They're not just in basketball, but they're also in this entertainment sport world. Okay? The other thing, and the other half of that, is to recognize for someone like Stacy Keibler that today she is a superstar and that tomorrow she's a legend. Okay? And so the issue is that it doesn't go away. And at 20 years from now, people will still embrace Stacy. Okay? So, and I don't mean that. See, I
She's literally in a Legends line.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
20 years
That's fucking
later.
crazy. Like legit visionary, right?
He's
Yeah.
the fucking man.
And even to dumb it down for people like that to say like, well, why do we look at Mickey Mantle like this? We look at, Lou Gehrig like that. Like, it's a great way to rationalize like what was going on. It's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think it would have been celebrated eventually because all things are, all nostalgia stuff is celebrated eventually, but he was the one to see it first and definitely gave it, a shot in the arm.
Especially like what he was saying in that, that little excerpt he wrote, like he kind of did the unthinkable. Like Brett and Warrior, like people don't realize how fucking shunned they were from like WWE and television and just even saying their names. Like, they were gone.
That's kind of what we were talking about last week with the classic superstars. I think if you were not in that era of collecting, because now Brett, you get everybody.
You're spoiled. Yeah,
You're
don't
spoiled. Then it was like, what?
realize. Right.
It was unbelievable. All right, Mattel's new Money in the Bank cash-in ring playset was featured on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Pat McAfee was playing with it. We tried to put this
Pat was
clip
going
on
a little too hard with this thing, I saw.
Yeah, a little too hard. We tried to put this on social, but WWE pulled the clip.
Sorry, we
Thanks.
wanted to help promote your product to people
Trying
that
to help
like
promote.
wrestling figures. But I actually think it's a friggin' awesome, like kid-friendly item, and I'm actually most looking forward to getting it for Mackenzie, to be honest with you.
That's cool.
Yeah, as a kid, you need something like that where they're
Oh, dude.
climb into. we all, put the string from the ceiling,
Right.
to put the ladder match, or I guess now Money in the Bank. But to have a play set for it, perfect.
If I was whatever of age and this came out, it would have blew my freaking mind in the 90s.
God,
Right?
100%. All
I
right.
don't remember how me and Steve did ladders. I don't know if we ever did.
We also remember we finally got a ladder from Bone Cruncher Figures, and it was like the worst ladder of all time, but you were still just like in awe,
Oh, yeah. Well, the first ladder they made was like a Home Depot ladder.
Oh, it's horrendous. If you
It was
go
like
back and look at
legit
it.
like the one you
I
get
don't
from
know who
Home Depot.
designed that. Like, why did you not make a ladder? You made up something. That's not even like what, like, you know what I mean?
What do you mean? No, that's how like a Home Depot ladder is.
With like the way that first Jack's ladder is like, I don't even. It's like a giant step stool, not a ladder.
With the
I guess.
platform on the
Yeah.
top there?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
horrendous.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I was fine with that.
But like looking back on it, I was just, beggars can't be choosers. I was thrilled, but like, why didn't you just copy a ladder? I don't understand.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has a ladder.
We do.
That's true. And we usually don't talk about wrestling news, but this is something that like I think you can't ignore. What about later on in the show? R-Truth, Ron Killings coming back to WWE.
Unbelievable.
Like, listen, whether this was planned or not, everyone's talking about. They've been talking about Truth for a week or so now. He's a bigger star than he ever was. What a pop!
I think
Crazy.
at the end of the day, wrestling fans just got to realize that, their voice matters, right? Because
Yeah.
they did this.
So I think this is so cool. Hey guys, spoiler: we did not sign him to a collect major contract in those couple days.
I wish.
But someone I wish we definitely had signed to a collect major contract was what about this guy, Mr. Iguana?
Holy
got-
smokes.
Bro, this guy needs a figure today from
What
Mattel.
happened over the weekend, man? Holy smokes.
This guy needs a figure today. Like, I don't care what you're doing, Bill. Stop it and rush this guy out.
I can't, open my phone without seeing this guy.
Does Bill like Mexico as like he likes Japan, or
I think it's on his radar, not like the way he
You're right.
loves Japanese wrestling, but
I guess I was on a show with him when I did those AAA shows earlier. It's like last year. I did
yeah.
not predict he'd be the talk of the WWE
dude, it's
universe.
out of control.
It's unbelievable. Certainly toyetic.
yes?
I love that, the meme of that guy with his girl and he's looking back at the other girl, but it's like he's with Danhausen, he's looking at
Yeah.
Iguana.
Oh man!
So good. No, it's
you
up
got
already?
a shirt. You got to get a shirt. Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be
Let's go.
great. That's like the new Austin 316 right
I
there.
am all for this.
Ugh.
Yes, yes. Mr. Iguana put out a tweet, grateful and happy. Thanks for the love and
Unreal.
support. Yes. This is toyetic. Come on, Bill. What are we doing? This
I
needs
mean, if
to be
he's got
shown
a
at
shirt or
Comic
some
Con.
kind of agreement in place or whatever the hell. I mean, or maybe just, if WWE owns it, maybe they just own everything. I don't know.
Right?
Let's go,
We
Bill.
need
Get to work.
We need it. It's something you guys need. Our tickets to the big ass Extreme Bash
They're almost
at
gone, baby.
Kowloon. Almost gone. Raven, Sandman, Dreamer, Meyer, Sterling, Cardona. This is it. August 24th, Kowloon, Boston, Massachusetts. Here you go. You get a live podcast, deep dive interviews with Raven, Sandman, and Dreamer. And then you get the meet and greet, the photo op in front of the original ECW brick wall entrance. You take a photo with all three of them. You get to hold the ECW title. You get a picture, the group shot, autograph from all of them. Guys, you got to come to this show.
Got to bring your ECW merch. You got to look as late
Yeah, plus-
90s as you can.
I would take advantage of there's add-on autographs in the purchase option. If you have more than one item, whatever, you can do that. And those have to have a certain number to them because, we're not going to make these guys sign for hours and hours. So I would hop on all this because we're already close to sold out. And then those autograph items are going to go away once the tickets go away. So
Yeah, and you cannot, Zach Linder, I was talking to him about this. He didn't understand you cannot just bring cash and get bonus items signed on the spot. So if you want the items, get it online
yeah.
For the ECW guys. But
for the ECW guys. If you want to get me while I'm eating chicken with broccoli, yeah, I'll sign a figure for you. But bring cash.
I will set up my birch table and
I'll be,
be
right
available
next to
just like I would at any event.
I will not be. I'm going to be enjoying
He
the
says
evening.
this now, and then he's going to have the full flea market ready to
No,
go. so.
absolutely not. No. This is about the ECW guys. I'm going to be enjoying we never get to enjoy the food after the show.
I
So
do
that's-
love that. Yes, that it'll be a little less hectic for us, and we can just kind of
We never get to go to the tiki bar. We get to go, but it's like
and
the
chill.
party's over.
right.
I want to go to the tiki bar. I might actually sit downstairs in the restaurant,
Wow.
get some boneless ribs, chicken and broccoli. And if you want to bother me, it's not
2
bothering
o'clock
me.
show, guys. Little
Yeah, if you wanna
Sunday
come
fun
up,
day once again. Calhoun's,
cash.
man. This is the big ass extreme bash.
Guys, I
Listen.
encourage ECW cosplay. I think that would be really cool. Some ECW wrestlers, if you guys would dress as maybe Spike Dudley, maybe you want to dress as Big Dick Dudley. Who knows?
Zack Ryder one-legged tights.
Right, maybe you want to do
Disgusting.
that.
Yeah. So I do also want to say right out of the gate, like, this is the show, guys. Like, don't expect, like, there's no surprise. This is it. You're getting these 3 ECW legends.
We're trying out a new concept, and I got to say, right now, it's already, I think, doing great.
Yeah.
And
Great idea,
we have
Sean.
future ideas for this, so get after it.
Just picture that Sandman entrance with those major garage beers. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last thing I did want to mention, what about at TNA this week? It was the debut of the Joe Hendry Major, buddy.
It looks like blonde Matt.
He wishes.
It
He
does now that
wishes.
you say that. But yes, official major product. Everything they brought in stock sold out the first night
Wow, that's
in
cool.
Phoenix. I do believe they have more stock for live events, and potentially, I believe this could be put on TNAmerch.com. So I would keep an eye on that because there's not a lot of these. Definitely not enough to supply all the Joe Henry fans that are out there these days. So
Right.
Do we have the video of the little kid meeting Joe, or just the picture? There's a video we put on the social media of this kid right here on screen meeting Joe, and Joe had never seen it himself, so he got to see it for the first time.
That's cool.
So, obviously we're adults who talk about figures and collectibles, but it's really for the kids at the end of the day. So it's
especially
cool.
wrestling, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah.
So cool.
Very, very cool. Also, guys, make sure you go to Collect Major to get your Macho Man shorts. I thought they were down, but they're still up. I don't know what's going on with these shorts, guys. Kanik, if you're listening to the pod, what's going on with these shorts? When are they coming down?
Well, we saw the prototype. There it is, approved prototype.
Yeah,
It's
the
freaking awesome.
meat stick shorts on on collectmajor.com. Also on collectmajor.com for a couple more weeks. Big Rubber Guys, Series 14. You got Shotzi. You got Sean Mooney, Lanny Popo, Coco Beware, Super Toyetic. Shotzi's been talking about it. She's been hyping it. She's coming for that number 1 spot. So
I saw Shotzi had a little, was that GC Dub action she got
she did
into
some
this
GCW.
weekend?
Everyone's trying to do GCW.
Oh, hey, shout out to Bear Bronson having like death match of the year with Slade yesterday. Unbelievable, gruesome photos, but he
Gross.
says he's doing well today.
2 Creative Bro guys.
He could be fabing us, but he says he's doing okay. But
I don't know. I saw the
he's-
pictures. His
He
back
sold more when he moved his parents' fridge and blew his back out than he did for this, so I think he's okay.
But yeah, get the Sean Mooney. Everyone needs Sean Mooney to be doing their weekend updates, to be interviewing people backstage. Classic figure that should have been in the LJN line. Of course, Lanny Poffo, the smartest man in
Hey,
wrestling.
Sorry.
Smartest man in wrestling with that removable clipboard. And there will be writing on the... I don't know why we don't have an image of that, because we do have it designed. And then, of course, Coco Beware, the Birdman. And yes, the bird can come off his shoulder. You can put the bird wherever you want.
Yeah, I was surprised a lot of people were questioning that.
Yeah, it's meant for the shoulder, but you can take it off. You can do all the moves with Frankie and Coco Beware. Get them now only for the month of June at collectmajor.com.
breaking new card coming. The Broski
Dude.
can't count.
It was worse than that.
246.
I don't even get that part. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's go to the news. Brought to you by Garage.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has a new tag team partner, Garage Beer.
Scratch that figurage and scratch that beerage with Garage Beer.
Every tag team needs a name.
And here it is, Major Garage Beer.
Garage Beer is light, refreshing, and made with the highest quality ingredients.
You can choose between the light beer or my favorite, the lime beer.
And with only 95 calories, it's the smart beer to drink.
I'm Brian Myers, the most professional drinker.
I'm Smart Mark Sterling, and I love beer-flavored beer.
And I'm always ready, Matt Cardona. And the Major Garage is always open. All right, guys, welcome to the news brought to you by Garage Beer. Use the hashtag Major Garage Beer. Guys, we got a big Major Garage Beer shoot coming up in Orlando. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a commercial. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Couldn't find any garage beer in Phoenix, but I promised the TNA guys that in Pittsburgh, our next loop, in 2 weeks, we're going to go hard garage beer style.
Yeah.
I'm bone dry at the garage. I asked Corey for some garage beer. He said I'm on vacation.
Oh, yeah, damn it. Come on,
And then
Corey's
Mark
on
with
vacation.
his Jurassic Park
thirsty.
arms couldn't order any more on his own.
Bone dry. I don't. There's not
Look to
any.
gooditis.
There's not any in my area. I said the package store right by my house had some, and I think it was because I inquired.
Oh, really?
But they're out.
Oh,
Do you have a Total Wine in your area, Mark?
Not that I know of.
That's
Table
where
and Vine, which is a.
Total Wine has it in Orlando. I know that. But yeah, guys, we're going to be drinking a lot of garage beer next week. We'll do a little vlog on that crazy day. Of course, we're filming some sort of commercial. But yeah, use the hashtag Major Garage Beer. If we pick your picture or video, you will get a prize.
Major Mark, Matty B, Mr. Big
anybody
Polsky.
want a garage beer?
He says sometimes you're Andre and other times you're just a tiny beer can. Here's hoping you all end the week feeling like Andre. Love y'all.
Awesome.
We use some great hashtags and some ads.
Ooh, I
there.
love that figure. I love that garage beer. Lime is my favorite. But
I like them both, but lime. I will, if I'm choosing, I take a lime.
Did you know that in the mid 2000s or 12 years ago, I drank Bud Light Lime because Broski told me to drink Bud Light Lime?
Oh,
I love that. I love that.
Do
Thank
they
you,
even
Mark.
make that anymore?
They do.
They do.
They do. But
Yeah.
this is way better.
The sales must be significantly different from 2011.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Right, yeah.
All right, a lot of news this week. Top Rope Collectibles went crazy, showing off their Scott Hall Diamond Stud. Looks good.
That's cool, yeah.
Looks good.
I have this
I
pre-ordered.
will be getting this. I don't know how they're doing it legally, but I'm not going to ask questions because I do want this Diamond Stud. Looks really, really cool. They also showed off Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Ooh, the hair is like spot on.
Looks
Yeah, man.
great. This looks so good. Somebody that should have been or could have been.
Could have
in
been
that
if the line
galoob.
kept going, right?
Yeah.
Shoulda's tough, but coulda. Makes more sense.
I am not going to be a completist because I am not getting this Mike Shaw, Norman the Lunatic.
I'll check it out when it, but
I'm
fits
sure
the
it's going to
time-
look cool,
It
but
fits
I
the time frame or whatever. I just don't know.
I have no memory of him being in WCW, so I don't need it.
Yeah.
I like when I get reasons to not be a completist, and I got one very early on. What about this
Yeah,
one?
but they're already gonna make Joey Janela, which
Well,
I
he's
wouldn't
next.
get.
Joey
Oh.
Janela.
What the?
He's got a snake.
Did he come out with a giant snake?
He did in GCW
Of
once.
course he did.
I don't know if I'm going to get this, but it looks really cool.
I don't collect modern day people, but I'm happy for Joey.
Very happy for Joey. Very cool with the snake. Very toyetic. And they also showed off Mark Marrow.
This one is exciting.
Yeah, in his Johnny Be Bad look. I dig it.
Really hoping that the stick is removable, but
Yeah, I hope so.
yeah.
Certainly fits that time frame. Good old Johnny Be Bad.
It's like weirdly one of my favorites when I was little. I think because he's just so over the top.
I met him at LNS Comics as Johnny Be Bad.
Wow, what year
Super
was that?
10. That's had to be like 91-ish.
Wow.
WCW 8x10. All right, Title Run Toys showed mint on card photos of the Jumping Bomb Angels. Look great, but there was one thing I noticed that really stuck out to me. 1 of 1,500.
That's way higher than they said, right?
Right.
Well, it's definitely way higher than I thought. 1,500. Woo! Now listen, Jumping Bomb Angels, innovative tag team, legendary tag team, deserves figures 100%. Figures look awesome, but man, 1 of 1,500.
1,500 is a lot of product.
I'm looking at Dee's face right now.
Guys, that's a lot of product. Now, for a Mattel, a Jazzwares, no, but for an independent toy line, I'm telling you, as the owner of an independent toy line, 1,500 is a lot of product. So,
if that was a Macho Man item, I'd be concerned at that number. And I mean, whew. And that's the level of fandom I'm trying to put into perspective for some people.
We hope it. I mean, listen, we hope they sell well. But these are going to be an in-stock thing, no pre-order. So
they look great.
They look great. And there's other
great. And we saw a lot of this stuff like in person at WrestleCon. It was high quality, nice stuff.
Having the jackets also makes them like way more toyetic than their like really plain gear.
Right.
I will say this. We know the other run-in figures. I'm very concerned about them being 1 of 1,500 as well. If it's 1,500, I thought they were going to be like out of 500.
I thought it was even less than that. We thought or discussed, but maybe, man.
Hey, good luck to them, right? Speaking of retro, Zombie Sailor, I didn't even realize these weren't for sale.
I actually didn't realize either. He sent us it feels like months ago.
Yeah, Ric Flair in the blue. You absolutely need this, and the Gladiator one. Take a shot. 1 of 1,000. That's Mike Awesome. The blue is you need the blue. You definitely need that Flair.
Oh, it's so good.
I will say, if I were to start
if the
cutting,
blue isn't numbered, is that like he's trying to have like an evergreen item?
Maybe.
Right.
Well, no, because the other things aren't necessarily numbered. Like none of my Matt Cardonas are numbered.
Right. Yeah.
But if I ever stop being a zombie completist, this is one that would get cut.
The Gladiator?
Yeah.
I mean, not me, because I love Mike Awesome, and it's so
of course.
unique,
but
yeah,
this is why I might stop being a zombie completist. It's these headhunters. They look great.
Oh, you're crazy.
These are awesome.
You're crazy. They don't have figures, bro.
I don't have to get every person who doesn't have a figure.
I give you Johnny Gargano in your collection, but you're going to cut these guys?
Well, if I become no longer a completist, I would cut the Gargano.
Okay.
I'm not sure yet what I'm doing. Time will tell.
But I think these rule, and obviously he's kind of getting a little reuse out of his Abdullah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I'm in on these.
This is so unique and different. Like I said, they literally don't have figures. Let's go.
Smart.
All right, guys, we got to talk about this. Kyle Peterson brought it up. A lot of people talk about it in various places. The Power Town controversy. The last update we got in April said Cardona's Myers 2-pack fulfilled. Remco and Root shipping soon. TNA shipping April 2025. Ultras shipping April 2025. It is now June. This must be maybe the boat sank with the Remcos.
I mean, everything else, like, kind of just like, okay, yeah, it just takes time to make toys. Where is it? Like, the Remco stuff is more head scratching to me because we've seen it done,
Well, what's more head scratching to me is that we've seen the public has seen no pictures of TNA or Ultras. I reached out to Powertown. Magnum says, I hope to have some real updates about status next week. So I reached out, because this is taking a long, long time.
Because like all these images we're showing right now are renders, right? It's mint on card stuff, but it's not like the finished product. We saw the Remcos done.
Yes.
A bunch. And we saw them in person at Toy Fair. That was February, right?
Yeah, and and the message that was sent out in April said, sorry for the lack of communication. We'll do better to communicate. And they haven't done anything since that message, which was 2 months ago.
Perhaps they have nothing to communicate.
Well,
I guess you could communicate.
There's always something to communicate in the toy business. True. I mean, come on.
So I don't know what's going on. Something is obviously going on, but hopefully by next week we will have an update. But we couldn't not cover this because it's been the talk of the wrestling figure community, whether you're in our Facebook group or Wrestling Figs or social media. And I get it. People paid their hard-earned money. They want their figures, or at least an update on when they're going to get
Again,
their
like every
figures.
time we talk about this, that's the difference, right? Like they have people's money.
Right. And that's a lot of money.
Right. That's the difference. We have things that we've been working on forever that we haven't liked and have made changes and this or that, and it's making it seem like we're dragging our feet, but we didn't take people's money, so it's a little no one's
there's
attacking
also
us.
there's also people have been coming after us for certain things that, like, we had that whole hiccup with the Bad News Brown rock and roll set, our factory to switch. So we have a lot of people's money for big rubber guys.
Right.
But I think the difference is we've proven that we're going to get these out. Not that Powertown hasn't, but they only proved it twice, and they were really delayed both times.
Right. But
they were great.
The Bad
They're so
Bride
great.
2X, I think my favorite thing I've ever had in my career.
It's
so.
certainly, one of, if not my favorite, Matt Cardona figure. The figures are great. I don't see a world where these figures don't come.
Oh no, I guess that's another thing. Like, and I love Kyle, but like this, I don't know what there's not like conspiracy is the weirdest term for this. It's not. There's no conspiracy. It's just like mismanagement or something. Should be the word. It's not like.
Yeah, it's not
I
like
don't
they
think
have
they're
the
not
figures
coming.
and they're not sending them.
Yeah, I don't think that's even.
It's not like they're going to take your money.
Remotely an option. Yeah, so it's a little strange to label it that.
But we'll keep you guys posted. We just had to mention it. Pro Wrestling Tees, Micro Brawlers. There's going to be a Maki fucking Ito.
I could have sworn she had one already. I didn't realize. Jeez.
I thought she did too.
Yeah.
D says she has, so maybe it's a new one. D, what is this? Do you know what this is? Is this
Maybe
new? What's the deal here?
Different mold or something.
New one. It's part two.
He's doing sign language. I don't do sign language, so I don't know what he's saying. Either way, it's a Maki Ito, limited quantities on June 9th, 2025. I don't know what he's saying.
He doesn't do guest refereeing or sign language, folks.
I can't wait to hang out with Dean next week.
We're going to get him bucked up on some major garage.
Wow, it's already ready to rock, too?
I guess it's ready to rock. No pre-order, which is great. What about this? Hasbro showed off their G.I. Joe Classifieds, Renegade Sergeant Slaughter,
I love this.
and Mercer 2-pack. It's a 2-pack, so I won't be getting it. I don't want this other guy.
Oh, I didn't realize that was 2-pack. That's cool.
It's a 2-pack. But I love that Sarge is getting more merch.
Of course,
Yep.
man. He's a G.I. Joe legend. Keep it coming.
He is the fucking man. What about this? Mattel Ultimate CM Punk, available this Thursday, June 12th. Looks great. I love it. I'll certainly be getting this one. I need it for my collection, but I'm not going to display the shirt or the title, but great added value. Great added value. I love it. I think it looks good. All right. Any other news from you guys?
That was it.
All right. We got some Ringside Collectibles news. Let me pull up John's text and I'll read it to you. We got new in stock Mattel Elite Top Picks 2025 Wave 4 with Cody Rhodes, Rey Mysterio, and Solo Sikoa. Main Event Showdowns 2-packs 22. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, AJ Styles, and Cody Rhodes, and Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. Back in stock, Timeless Tony Storm, AEW Ringside exclusive. And up next is the Ringside Top 10. This episode of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has been brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, the #1 online retailer of WWE action figures.
Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make a purchase, and when you do, use discount code MAJOR at checkout to save 10%.
It's the Ringside Top 10. You just got 20 figs and your wife is mad again. Ringside Top 10. They got big rubber guys and majors who can bend. Ringside Top 10. For over 30 years, John's proved this ain't a trend. Ringside Top 10. Make sure you use code MAJOR for the discount at the end.
Number 10, Cody Rhodes Top Picks 2024, number 9, Naomi, Elite 117. Number 8, Timeless Tony Storm, Black and White, AEW Ringside exclusive. Number 7, the Blacklight Edition, Jeff Hardy, AEW Ringside exclusive. Number 6, RVD, ECW, WWE Defining Moments, Ringside exclusive. Number 5, Jacob Batu, Elite 118. Number 4, LA Knight, WWE Defining Moments, Ringside exclusive. Number 3, Rhea Ripley, Elite 117. Number 2, CM Punk, Money in the Bank 2011, Ultimate Edition, Ringside exclusive. Number 1.
A lot of those are sale items. That's why that's kind of a strange list. Especially those Defining Moments are crazy cheap. So check them out on Ringside.
Are they sale? I was about to say I didn't think they were sale, but I guess it is.
The RVD and the LA Knight Defining Moments are like crazy cheap. So
And LA Knight,
if you've had your eyes on those, go
but
get
also
them.
LA Knight is super open. There's nothing really else to get.
Man, he's got a lot of items. I feel like
Does he?
I feel like he does
Current, like you can buy them right now.
at Ringside for sure.
Okay. Well, number 1, no surprise, R-Truth, Elite 115.
That's amazing. Cool.
What's up? All right, up next, weekly purchases brought to you by Major.
Big match in my house? I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I've got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster cut. Video silence.
Big rubber guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big rubber guys. Collect them all.
All right, weekly purchase brought to you by Major and CollectMajor.com. Head on over to Collect Major. Get that Spider-Man comic book right now. Myself, Kinnick, Brian, we're on the cover. The official Amazing Spider-Man #1 Major exclusive comic book. Get it now. There's the graded version as well. Of course, we have some in-stock Major Bendies, some in-stock Big Rubber guys. Get your Bully. You got to get them. Put them against your Matt Cardona in the one-legged tights. There's the Andre the Giant in that classic blue singlet. And then we got some Big Rubber guys. A Brian Myers, the TNA Tag Team titles. Matt Cardona. This might be the last week of Matt Cardona, guys, because there's not a lot left, and I might buy them all. So if you want it, get it now.
Likewise.
So yeah, get the Brian and Matt now. There might not be many left. Of course, we have the other figures. We have some Road Warriors left over, some Ethan Page, the current the current NXT. Is it, what's international? What's that title?
North American
North American champion. Matt freaking Hardy, as well as Jeff Hardy, Brooklyn Brawler, and Harley Race with the NWA World Heavyweight title. Some leftovers. Limited quantities remain on CollectMajor.com. Limited quantities remain of this. The pink Macho Man Randy Savage, and woo, the Nature Boy Ric Flair in the blue. Major exclusive. So every single week, guys, use the hashtag CollectMajor. If we pick your picture or video, you will get a prize. Who won this week, Mark?
I have noticed a lot of people doubling up on the Collect Major and the Major Garage because they'll put a Major figure with a Garage beer. But the Major Garage this week, I'm sorry, the Collect Major this
Wait
week
a second.
is Nick the Supermark Tulo. Tiptoe with Tulo recently picked up the Matt Cardona Deathmatch King from Collect Major over the Memorial Day sale. Had to have him looking over my Hasbro collection. Pretty smart.
I love it. I think you got to reposition that internet title. It looks like it fell out of the.
Oh yeah.
It's in there, pal. It's a pain in the ass. The factory fucked us with that. They put tape and not enough tapes. You really got to reposition it. Let it sit right. You got to show off that title, baby.
Luckily, resealable packaging, guys.
That's right. Guys, I had a big week for purchases.
Oh my god, I have like nothing, but all I got was a care package from
Me too.
Mr. Grapplers and Gimmicks himself.
All right.
The Brain Busters, the New
I'm
Rockers.
very excited.
Are we
House
opening these
Snow,
up?
Rhino. I'm gonna let it breathe live here. That was pretty easy.
Packaging is
Garbage.
It's not the quality is cool.
I like the quality of the packaging is really good.
I just can't like put my finger on these like dumbed down kind of imagings. I don't know what it is. It's like
We just
looks
don't
it's
like the G, guys. We don't like the G.
No, I
don't
don't
care
like
about
the.
G's fine.
I mean,
just
look.
feel like this. Like it looks like Al and Marty are painted in watercolor. Or
Right,
something.
right. The filter is.
Yeah,
horrible.
it's just it doesn't do anybody any. And I know he can't use the actual copyrighted, photography, but there's got to be some kind of fix. Some different kind of artwork.
I think that this Arn is perfect.
I love this Arn.
The Tully is too big.
Tully, we
Tully
said it
and
when we
Arn
saw the
having the same
renders.
body
We
is
said
a
it when we
huge
saw the
mess up.
prototypes. Saying it now, would have been a lot better with a leaner torso because he's got Arn. I get it. He reused parts, the toy business,
Yeah.
but just too thick for like Arn's perfect. Tully, if he just had a leaner torso, would have been perfect. But
I will
I do
say
like
the,
the differences. The point makes a big difference.
The paint app is clean, nice and clean. I don't know if I love or hate that Arn has a different color mustache than beard.
You can like barely tell, and I actually kind of like that.
Yeah. His figures are getting better and better. I will
This
say that.
this Rhino is awesome.
Well, let's talk about that Rhino. I don't know if I agree with you.
Really?
I think talk about that.
I can't figure this Rhino out. It's like a Makina mashup of like Rhino right now if you went to his house and ECW Rhino.
What do you mean?
It's
It's like way too fat.
he's like the body is like designed off like him now, and then I feel like the gear is definitely I fact checked it is ECW accurate, like singlet and stuff, but
Okay.
and I don't know what the head could be debatable, but still very cool. Obviously, it still feels like Rhino, looks like Rhino.
Yeah,
Good job. I actually love the Al Snow.
I'll open that next.
I think that's like the shining star of this set.
Yeah, it is really
The head goes in his hand.
This is way better than the Epic Al
Not
Snow.
even comparable
Cello?
to that garbage figure that Epic put out.
Was it Epic or Cella? I don't want to.
It was Cella, I guess. The head goes in his hand with a cool little peg. You can
love
see
that.
Oh.
And he's got a hole, so like you can pose it, do whatever. I think that's super fun. The hairline is done much better than the Cella. To help me, I dig that it has this Mr. Perfect style body because I just feel like if you're guys from our age group, people made customs of Al Snow with that Mr. Perfect forever. So it feels like that should be the way.
I was obsessed with ECW Al Snow before he
So was
went
I.
back. The main event with Shane on the Pape.
WrestlePalooza 98.
Love that. So
Is
yeah,
this
I
how the
love
head's supposed to go? Like this?
Either way,
Listen, it's definitely better than the Epic
Way
Cella
better.
one.
here's Al and Marty. The new rockers that just popped, which are fun.
Now,
I like
was
them.
also obsessed kind of with the new rockers just as an idea. Like,
Right.
what are we talking
I mean,
about?
back then you didn't realize that it wasn't going to work, but you hoped that it would.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, they're certainly fun figures. There's something about these that
This Al, actually, the Leaf Cassidy, I should say,
it's great.
that is great. The likeness is great.
There's just something about them that doesn't. I don't know. It's way better than that original Smoke Train. Let's not.
I have grown to really like these figures actually.
I love these.
Right.
Marty
Great.
head I don't love, but it fits. It
Yeah,
works.
yeah. I would say that is the Leaf is it looks like his
Leaf's impressive.
his smile coming out as the Rockers he's thinking to himself, man, this is the push I needed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, just the fact that what is it, 6 figures, and then those other, those Charles Wright figures. So he put out 9 figures at once. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
that too, right? Pumping them out.
He's pumping them out. So
You
we
gotta
give
love that.
credit.
We just talked about Power Town, and meanwhile Mitch is over here pumping them out.
I mean, we got to give credit where credit is due. He is improving. The fans seem to like him. I don't dislike him. I don't like his packaging. I will say that. I feel like his
It's not
packaging,
even the pack because the bubbles are great. The card
the packaging
thickness-
design, not the
it's-
quality
it's
of the
the
material.
design.
The packaging design makes these feel almost bootleggish
Yeah,
to me. But
something's got to change on that. But I mean, constant improvement.
slight.
man.
I think it's just a slight design.
slight design change. All right, I'll try to rapid fire through this stuff, but it is a lot of cool stuff.
That's all I got, by the way.
Same.
Okay, damn. Wow, light week for you guys. So it'll just be all me. Bobby Hawkins, he's related to Kurt Hawkins. got me this Diesel Superstars figure.
Oh crap! I haven't seen that yet.
I'm on the fence if I'm keeping all these yet. For now, I'm gonna keep getting them, and I'm gonna keep getting them until it's time to purge.
Is that the Muda set?
This is the Muda set. So it's
Eight Mudas.
So it's Diesel, Muda, Zeus, and Iron Sheik.
Okay,
So there's 2 Mudas.
that's a cool set. No, there's 4.
No, but there's 2 actual figures.
Right, but if you wanted,
Yeah, well, that's not happening.
yeah.
So I do like this. Very, very cool. Thank you, Skullology. So yeah, I do want to just thank Bobby Hawkins for this Diesel. Again, not quite sure what I'm going to do with these. Am I going to purge them? Am I not? We'll find out when my new toy room is built. Some other things I got for the new toy room. Check this out, guys. Look at this, baby.
Whoa.
Who's that?
This is a Skullology Frankenstein. So, like, you have the whole head. You can put the face on to make it Frankenstein, but then take off the face so it's like half skull.
Yeah.
Thought this was really cool. Believe it or not, I bought this. So I bought this at Epic Universe. I went this week. I'm not going to talk about it. Had a great time. Really fell in love with the whole Monsters Land and the Monster Unchained Frankenstein experience. Might be my favorite ride today. Had to buy this thing. And then I realized after I posted about it, Brian Beatty sculpted this.
Holy shit.
That's cool.
The guy who designs our big rubber guys, our Major Bendy. So really cool. This isn't quite like a toy. I will put this in my office. But I did get some toys at Epic Universe because, like I said, the Frankenstein experience might be my favorite ride. And they have figures. They have figures. I had to get it. Frankenstein.
Now, I saw you say not the best figures, but
Not the best figures. I'll say that. They're not the best, but they're the only thing they got. So
Are you going to open those?
I don't know if I'm going to open them yet. I'm not
Do you have like a monster section, or you're gonna have one?
I will figure something out. So here's the Dracula and the Dracula's Bride.
Yeah.
These were pricey though, like $80.
Anything at the amusement park is too much.
Back art packaging is really, really nice.
They sell Marvel Legends for like $50.
Yeah. So
Damn,
not quite
really?
sure. But guys, if you're in Epic Universe, check out this ride. And the crazy part about it is that I was trying to explain this to Chelsea. This ride was getting like no waits all day while everything else was hours and hours and hours, because I think people want like IP. They want Harry Potter. They want Mario. They don't, or How to Train Your Dragon. This is just like monsters.
This is the ultimate IP, though.
But it's like generic. I was trying to explain it to Chelsea too. It's like Santa Claus. Like
What ride did you have to hold your cockhead for 6 hours on?
it was 5 hours 50 minutes, and that was the Harry Potter ride. I mean,
How was that?
it was good.
Okay.
I mean, it was one of those situations where I bought the special hotel that's in Epic Universe to get early entry into the park. I got in early, went right to the ride, and a lot of people had the same idea, obviously. And then the ride kept breaking down, but I was committed. I'm like, I'm not getting off. I bought all this, did all this for this ride, so I don't
6
regret it.
hours in line.
5 hours and 50 minutes, but.
There's nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
Dude,
I'd wait.
and you're
I mean,
talking to the ultimate line snob. I won't wait in a 30-minute line.
Yeah.
Oh, God, 30
This is
minutes? Ugh.
baffling to me.
But I had to do it. Anyway, got that stuff at Epic Universe.
Now, was Chelsea like into the waiting as well? Was she like, we have to do this? Or were you dragging her?
I think she knew for this situation that it was kind of her fault that we were waiting, because I wanted to be in the early entry line even earlier.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I think she knew
Oh man.
that she was partially responsible because we weren't where we could have been towards the front. So she was a good sport about it. I
How
let
many
her
times
lead.
did you say that in the 5 hours?
No, we didn't really talk, believe it or not. We were both kind of hot.
Oh my god. Even more ridiculous.
We had a great time. Hey, we salvaged the day like two pros. We did everything else. It was a great day. Awesome. I can't recommend Epic Universe enough. Okay, back to weekly purchases. Check these out. I got from GCW. The signed dual auto Sabu.
I saw Joey have these. Very cool.
Sabu, Joey Janela, dual auto cards. And then there's another one. This is, I guess, like, this. I don't think this is from the match. Or maybe it is. I'm not sure. Maybe this is from a run-in before. It has
the
to be
run
from
in.
before.
That was to set it up.
So, got these. I want to get them graded by PSA, but Papa Bear was saying he doesn't know if they'll grade them.
Someone has to submit a checklist for them to do that. You can't just do that
I've seen some weird stuff graded though from PSA.
because someone submitted a checklist like a psycho. I would send it to like Ginjack's company or something if you just want it slabbed.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of cards, guys, you know I teamed up with Saturday Morning Cards. The cards have been selling, baby. Thank you so much. But check out what they sent me this week. The uncut sheet.
Well, that's cool.
Look at this.
Wow.
This is just one of the parallels with like the star. I don't even know what it's called, but all these, I think it's really cool. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this yet.
Brian Myers coming soon.
I haven't heard from them. I didn't.
There's been 48 DMs.
I actually clicked their Instagram. They never have messaged me ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So
What about your email?
She's talking about.
Check your email.
Yeah, I always check my email.
Another thing I got a Hawkins and Ryder Adrenaline 2-pack. This is the less decoed version where there's no
Variant.
blue. The variant. There's no blue in the Hawkins.
The chase
and the
that
hoodie.
nobody was chasing.
Right. There's like no black studs on
No,
my gear.
no title.
No title. Get a microphone. So I only have one of these mint on card, and I don't have any loose. And this is on my save search for a long time.
Yeah, I bet.
So this was also not cheap. The package is in dog shit condition.
Yeah, I can see it from here.
I'm gonna let it breathe, just ziplock it, and that's it.
I mean,
That's it.
if you didn't have it, you got that's what you had to do.
That's it. We talked about this a couple weeks ago on the show. Actually, it was a bonus episode we did on Jurassic Park, and I got the Jeep,
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
the
Nice.
Bush Devil Tracker. I actually got it from Dallas Vintage Toys. It's damn near fucking mint. It's
Yeah,
like a
that
crime.
looks crazy. There's a shine on that box.
It's almost a crime that I'll be opening this up.
It is a crime.
So I'll certainly be displaying this in my new toy room.
Damn, that looks great.
I still need to get the Jurassic Park, the whatever it's called, the fucking park, the big fucking park. You know what I'm saying about?
Park. Yeah, I
big
keep
fucking
thinking
park.
you have that, but I guess you never have.
Don't. Guys, I also got this week. Steph DeLander's
Oh.
book.
There we go.
Did you read any of the excerpts?
I did
Any
not.
Scandalous parts that we heard of, you know?
She had a book launch party in Orlando this week, so Chelsea and I went. I got the second edition, the signed second edition. I wrote the forward to this, guys. I've got no royalty. So
Wow.
no, I don't
kind
expect
of
the
you.
royalty. I'm kidding. Let me see. Is that everything? Oh, one last thing. This is a big boy purchase, guys. This is something I've wanted for a long time, and I must have talked about in the pod enough that someone came to me and said, "Hey, I can get this for you." From Dwayne Smith. I don't know if I can even get the whole thing into frame. That's how big this big boy is.
I have no idea what this is.
Me either.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Wow.
The Batman 89 Batcave. Again, this box is pretty damn mint for
Yeah,
something that was in
that looks
1989.
incredible.
Sealed, baby. Toy Biz.
And is that getting set up in the
It's
new
getting
room?
set up in the new room.
Wow.
It's fucking sick, bro.
Okay.
Fucking
Bravo.
sick. I loved this as a kid. I absolutely fucking loved it.
That's cool.
So I'm going to set this up with all my Batman 89 toys. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to get the Batman return figures. I'm not going to get the Batman Forever, all those. But if they do the Spin Master, like, I've heard a rumor that they're doing Spin Masters Batman 89. That could change my opinion on everything. If they did a Joker, like a real Joker,
Real Jack Nicholson Joker, yeah.
then I can get wild, and then maybe I get some Spin Masters. Maybe I get some other movies.
Man, that box looks so good, so nostalgic.
So good. So good.
That's scary good condition for a 35-year-old box.
Yeah, so Dwayne Smith, I want to thank you for finding this at a toy store.
Was it hefty? Price?
Price-wise,
Yeah.
cheaper than I've ever seen it.
Wow, nice job.
Yeah, so he did some wheeling and dealing for me at the store because he gave me a price. I said, no thanks. Like, that's cheaper. I mean, it's more expensive than I can get on eBay right now, and I'm going to open it anyway because his big seller, it's mint. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Right,
I just want it sealed.
right.
So he got me a great price. Thank you very much. I cannot wait to display
That's
this.
more of a crime. It's
Yeah.
more of a crime than the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they're both crimes. Both
Matt
pretty
Cardona
criminal.
committing crimes. That's going to be the title of this episode.
Oh man, oof! Maybe I should do a YouTube unboxing then.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
definitely.
Maybe.
That would rule.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got. Let's go to some major mark purchases of the week.
All right, guys, major mark purchases of the week. We've got some big boy signed items. A lot of the things this week were signed. So let's take a look at number one here. Your pal. Jeff Noyce says made an epic trade with a good brother and got a John Reckner, Balls Mahoney, TNA Extreme Auto Hardcore Justice number to 25. He was my mentor when I started wrestling and a dear friend who doesn't love to have some nice balls in their hand.
And that's probably like his what he would sign a check with. You know what I mean? Not the BM, but
Right.
I had no idea that was his
Reckner.
name in TNA.
he was Cajones, so I don't know why it's like that.
Huh.
Right.
All right.
This is huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Smart. Just so smart to just complete this.
Kyle Yates, I've recently been heavy into collecting signed Jakks BCA on cart. This week I was able to purchase this dual signed Brett and Owen 2-pack. I found it on eBay and worked with the seller to make a deal off eBay. We worked out the details and it arrived on Friday. The worst part was I was coaching at a football camp all weekend and had to wait until Sunday to open this bad boy up.
So Kyle Yates,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're looking
I'd
to
be
sell us
nervous.
Kyle, I would
I'd be-
like to buy this.
Oh wow! Look at him. I love this. I never see Owen on bubble autographs though, so it has me a little curious.
Oh, this is something I would definitely get graded and authenticated for sure.
Right, and then I'd be nervous that Sharpie would fade. You know.
Well,
but
now it's slabbed. Or
it looks
whatever.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's not going to fade in that. You know.
Right. It looks awesome. The
It
package,
look-
even
no,
the packaging,
and
is
just
good.
genius to get it complete and stuff. You know.
So good. So good.
Here's another one. Another big one. Frank Romeo signed Yoko red card with full JSA letter. Found someone selling and couldn't turn it down. Goes great with my signed green card Yoko.
I
Crazy.
need that one. I think I've seen that actual one tossed around a couple times now.
Just
The
too
signature
pricey for
is
you?
perfect, right? You could see it. It pops even though it's black.
Right.
Really good.
Is it too pricey? Is that why you passed on it?
Yeah.
All right, this one just looked fun.
Nice.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Alex Gerhard managed to get me a minty inbox Roz War ring and Signature Series 1. I love the box art on these old rings, and the Signature Series carding looks so classy.
This is why I have no sentimental memories of Men in Black, guys, because in the summer of 97, I was sitting with all this stuff, having the time of my life.
100%, bro. Look at that ring.
I was so into figures that like the idea of having the Signature Series was even cool to me.
Right.
Like I didn't care that it made no sense. Like why would there be a signature on the leg?
No, yeah.
I just ignored the signature on the leg
Yeah.
in my imagination. Here's some big boys.
Nice.
More signatures. Dylan Waite says, Hall of Autos from Big Time Wrestling. Never thought I would meet Bret Hart, so it was a dream come true. Also stopped by Toy Federation in Greer and picked up Elites. Saturday, watch both worlds collide and Money in the Bank. Great weekend of wrestling. Nice,
It was
Dylan.
a big-ass weekend of wrestling, huh?
Yeah.
And then finally, guys, check this out. Russ Taylor just relaxing on the
Holy
porch in
shit.
this sweet-ass T-shirt.
Oh my god.
That is a shirt.
Oh my god.
Look at this
Awesome.
guy. Okay. Major Mark display of the week. We don't talk about them often because none of us collect them, but check out these hot toys. Look at that.
Hot
He
dogs are
says-
so cool.
Wow, that's clean.
Tim Merritt says, sorry for the fingerprints on the glass. Just got done moving stuff around and we'll have to clean them. So we have every heels and faces. And in my true love, my 1 of 6 scale figures, some artwork on the wall, a few NECA quarter scale, some mock heels and faces. Don't know why I have them.
So clean.
TMNT movie figures and WB Ultimate Edition. He posted a bunch of pictures as well. You can see the heels and faces on the left there. I took like he's got the Beetlejuice hot toy there.
Damn.
He's got Batman, Joker, Crow.
Not cluttered at all.
That's not that.
Just to remind you guys once again.
No, I love it. See, that's what I like about these big versions, right? They look cool. That
to have the
casing
6
is awesome.
Power Rangers like that is sick to me.
Right, and then the Batmobile on the bottom. It looks like he's still adding some things in cases, but yeah, I like it. All right.
I like it a lot. All right, guys. Up next is the Q&A. Guys, every single week, use the hashtag AskMajorPod. If we read your question on air, you will get a prize.
All right, Matt's question. Kevin Huntsberger at Kevin Huntsberger says, how do you feel about cosplayers and those who cosplay as you? I was Ted DiBiase at WrestleMania 26 and met Matt Cardona at Access that morning.
I absolutely love it.
It's cool.
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Like Chris Wayne does some incredible cosplaying all the time.
Yeah,
and then when it's you, it's like, man, it's like the ultimate form of like flattery, you know?
Yeah, there's
Remember when
someone in
we had
Japan
that trip,
who
we had a trip
nails
to
me.
Japan,
Yeah.
and those fans are right there on the rail as me and you, and I was like, man, that's so cool. Like the whole roster, like they chose us
Yeah.
to do that. I just thought it was
in
like
Japan. Yeah.
in Japan, you know, right?
That one guy's done me a couple times.
Yeah, so it was like,
I'm always honored by it. I think cosplaying is cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's like extra dedication. It's not something I would personally do, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's a way to show your fandom.
yeah, it's a fun way of fan, you know.
How about the
Unless it's
live
getting
show?
into the way where like you go to work and you think you're Superman or something. Other than that, it's pretty harmless, you know.
How about the live show where there was 9 Joe Shoes?
Right. And I'm sure Shoes would tell you the same thing. Like that's so flattering.
You know what we
right?
should do? And I'm going to say it right here publicly without even asking you guys.
Oh boy, here we go.
We're going to add for the Big Ass Extreme Blast. Big Ass Extreme Bash, a cosplay competition.
I
Mark
love
just
that.
said this. To the,
No,
but he didn't say
No, we
competition.
didn't say competition.
I love that.
Everybody, you don't have to do this.
You don't have to.
If you have an ECW outfit,
Yeah.
we will do a cosplay competition. We'll think of a cool prize.
Yeah.
We'll think of a cool prize for you guys.
Maybe on the way in, just say, I'm entering the competition.
what if
Yeah.
someone comes as Kimono Wanalea the night she stripped atop the ECW
Well,
arena?
yeah, she might win.
He or she might win. if
And
they
you
win
don't
dressed
have
like
to
that.
be just Dreamer, Raven, or Sandman.
Yeah.
No,
any
of course not.
ECW.
Any.
No.
I like this. Could get interesting, guys.
What if Rich Palladino comes dressed as Rich Palladino,
No,
the former ECW guy?
Mark's
Doesn't-
not wrong.
doesn't-
He is an original.
doesn't count. So
Do we have Raven and Sandman and Dreamer be the judges?
Yeah, we'll pick. You know,
That is such a good idea, man.
yeah, we'll think of a good prize because I know the ringside raffle major prize is that ECW title.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Ringside isn't provide that title. We are. Maybe that's the grand prize.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, we can make that call.
Yeah. All right. How about that? Ringside will do the regular ringside raffle, and the ECW title will be the prize for the cosplay. That's cool. I think.
All right, sure.
Great.
You guys agree with that?
That's great.
Love it. Love it. So let's go. Let's make this extreme, baby. And bonus points if you're ECW Matt Cardona. That's all I'm gonna say.
Disgusting.
What about ECW Major Brothers?
What do you think Chris
You,
Grocock could dress as?
No WWE ECW counts, guys.
What could Chris Grocock dress as?
Yeah, what do you think? Or Rockin' with Dan. What do you think Rockin' with Dan dresses
Rocking
as?
with Dan.
Rockin' with Dan could be like Bubba
Big
Ray
Dick
Dudley.
Dudley.
Or Big Dick Dudley. Big Dick.
Rocking could be Big Sal Graciano.
Oh, man.
And he comes in with Grocock on his shoulders.
On his shoulders. And no.
Hey, what if Cocker with Dan shaves his head? He's Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, shit. That would be commitment.
Yeah.
Grocock
Let's
says
go.
He's a little upset. He says, except you already put that the title was part of the raffle prize.
Well,
so.
card subject to change.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Ringside did provide the title, so
Yeah.
they're still going to
we'll
be great
You're
Ringside
still going to
gifts.
get a ton of free figures, guys, from Ringside.
All right.
All right, Brian's question. Chris DG525. We've seen wrestlers branch out and compete in reality TV shows. What reality TV show, past or present, would you like to be on?
Oh, man.
Guts?
Is that what they mean by reality TV shows? Or they mean like theme, like
No, Guts
Adventure
is not a reality
shows.
show.
Why not?
Guts is not a reality
I think
television.
he means like
It's a game show.
Ms. and Mrs.
Like Jersey Shore.
I was on Ms. and Mrs. once.
So we both were,
does
right?
the challenge count?
It's a game show.
No, it's a
right?
game show.
You guys are crazy. I thought that, but I mean, how is Survivor a reality show, but the challenge is not?
I don't think that's a reality. Well,
It's a reality game show.
well, Survivor, you're living there, so it is kind of.
Yeah, and the challenge, you live in a house.
It's really
tough,
borderline.
right?
Guts, okay. I could see you don't live there. You just compete, and then it's it.
I just don't really enjoy reality TV, and never really have. I
used
think
to
the most
be
invested I ever was like original Jersey Shore, though, that I did watch, and like when it came on, I had destination programming for me. But I think it's just because me and my buddies would go there all the time, and we were so like aware of that like culture,
I still want some sort of major reality show. I mean, God damn, we work with so many different production companies, pitching ideas, working on sizzles. We're working with another thing now.
Right.
It's just that's my dream to have some sort of major listener podcast
like
type reality show.
That toy show that you were on that was very short lived. I loved that show.
Toy Hunter?
Toy Hunter with Jordan something, right?
Jordan,
that was like
That was fun.
very fun. Maybe too ahead of its time, right? Because collectibles weren't as fondly looked
agree.
at, over 10 years ago.
My theory is that reality shows like Jersey Shore were like really popular when they were because it was pre YouTube and videos online like
Also
crazy.
true, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So if you remember, first couple episodes of Jersey Shore were like nobody was watching, and then there was that episode where like Snooki got punched in a bar or something like that.
Well, that exploded, but Jersey Shore was popular.
Well,
I remember there was
season.
trailers for Jersey Shore coming before there was anything, and it was like hype building. Like
Right. But that was what exploded it because, first of all, you open up Twitter now, you can see people getting punched in bars all the time.
right, yeah,
Like that kind of stuff is not even crazy.
Right.
Back then,
But
What?
I mean, to contradict what you're saying, my wife watches a lot of Bravo, and that all that is reality shows with these rich women, whatever.
right.
And it's crazy popular. They have Bravo Con where people like,
Really?
yeah, it's a huge
That's
deal.
nuts.
Like
She loves still watching that stuff?
it's the only
Chelsea
thing.
loves it.
The only thing she watches on television.
I watched the shit out of Total Divas for years. Does that still happen?
No, but I've seen a bunch of it, but I didn't wasn't like, oh, I gotta see Total, And I guess at the end of the day, what we're talking about here, reality TV is faker than pro wrestling. So
Right.
What are we really talking about?
I was a big TJ fan from Total Divas.
Oh, of course.
I always sided with TJ. All right. My question wasn't even part of the thing, but I wanted to answer him. He says, Knackles here, at Knackles says, is there any photos of your TMNT collection? We hear you talk about the collection on the pod, but not sure I've ever seen a photo. Broski asked me a question about it the other day, so I took a video.
I thought you were going to get an aquarium or something.
So I took a video. I want to show you guys the video right now. Boom! I took this morning. Okay, so the back corner of my room. This is the turtle stuff. This stuff doesn't really fit on the shelf that I have. If you see, it's like coming off the edges. So I need to get a bigger shelf. But I originally started with like this that I had Extreme Sets make. They made like, not Extreme Sets. Backdrop Guy made this for me. And so that's like turtle or sewer guys in there. And then bad guys down here in like the Technodrome area. But that was before all this stuff came out. So I have the real sewer. And my daughter helped me like set up all these things. So they're watching TV there. The lab here, Donnie's in the lab with some other characters. Then of course you have the street up here. One thing I didn't like about Donnie's lab is this came like warped. If you see this one straight, this one was already warped. But we've got like street thugs out here. Oops, this guy fell over. A couple of neutrinos. I have this side I got off Amazon, which is like whatever, ladders. And in the street scene here, some more characters fighting. You can actually put people inside. So I creatively put News 6 in here, and the pizza alien is attacking News 6.
Oh wow!
But I was able to rig it all up with lighting that I can turn off and on. And I like it, but it's lopsided, and I need a bigger case for it. Something that'll fit that whole area. Or maybe I replace this area with it. Yeah. So that's that.
That's actually unbelievable.
Mark, you gotta just one day just take a bunch of pictures for our social. That'd be great stuff.
Are you scared that's gonna like fall down?
No.
And the way it looks maybe just that warpness of that one piece makes it like.
Yeah, right. So that's how I don't like it.
To me.
I got to figure out how to fix that. But what I would like is one of those big things that like Broski has, like kind of like a big trophy case, and I put the whole thing in there. Similar stuff. Get some stuff made from Backdrop Guy, so that I can really rig it up.
That's all NECA product, by the way.
All NECA. All NECA turtles.
They've like made such a collection like that. Holy shit!
One of each character. I don't like to double up, so there's not two Donatellos in a different costume. But it's pretty fun. And my daughter has a good time. Sometimes she'll just be like, can we rearrange? So then we'll rearrange. And so it's kind of like playing with toys, you know?
All right.
It's an excuse.
I do think that is like the adult collector way of playing with your toys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because organizing and displaying.
The best thing about those NECAs, too, is like there's so many cool accessories. So the guys can be doing different things, holding different things, swinging from things, or whatever the hell.
Right.
It's pretty cool. All right. That's it.
That's all questions?
That's all the questions.
All right, guys. Let's go to some good housekeeping. All right, guys. YouTube.com/@MajorWFPod. We got, what do we got coming on YouTube today?
I was thinking about doing the Chelsea interview from the live show.
Okay. There you go. We got that. Brian and I went to Collectors. I don't want to butcher the name here.
Marketplace?
It's Collectors Marketplace. We went in Phoenix twice before, and I don't know what happened. It was not what we remembered. They moved locations. Just wasn't the same.
Rebranded their direction, I would say, compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Interesting vlog.
A lot of anime stuff. So we were.
You said that you originally got the Boss Man 2 up, which was a famous WWE.
Right. So it was like a legendary spot. We film.
Yeah.
There's a big vlog there that we did with Heath one time, and then there's an episode of Zach and Kurt Figure It Out. So
yeah, I mean, I still got something, but it was I was expecting this monster hit vlog. Unfortunately, it's just not that.
Anime superstore outside. That's how much they've rebranded.
Oh man! So you guys are like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still had vintage stuff in there, but we were like, whoa.
ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWFPod. A whole summer collection is up on Pro Wrestling Tees. Collect Major. Get your figures on CollectMajor.com. Whatnot every Monday. Brian and I are on Whatnot. Major Rewind. Jay George. Trip down memory lane with Major Rewind, and then From the Vault. What was From the Vault, Mark? The latest.
I was mistaken. Last week was Major Rewind, so this week will be an interview that we're going to put up.
Great. What do you guys got for plugs?
Well, this weekend is Mackenzie's 8th birthday.
No Mackenzie Mania.
And Father's Day, so I took off. But then I got a random, rare Thursday night booking, June 12th. I'll be in the Chicago area. Dirty Nellies. 2W.
Thursday booking.
Shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have the image here.
It was
Thursday book.
Independent Wrestling Fate. Boom, there it is. Breaking the rules. June 12th at Dirty Nellies, Paline, Illinois, Chicago area. I know that. So check it out. There's Kaylee Ray. What? WWID, right?
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, technically off this weekend. If you heard this on Friday or watched on YouTube, you missed it. But any major marks in the Chicago area, come on out. Come say what up.
AEW's in Portland, Oregon on Wednesday, so that already happened.
I'll tell you, I'm probably going to do my Whatnot on Sunday because we'll be filming the Major Pod thing on Monday.
Next Father's Day Whatnot? I don't know if I have
I do a Father's Day Whatnot. I'm only a cat daddy and a dog daddy.
I'm probably gonna have to miss a week.
Chelsea calls me daddy. That's about it.
Good Lord.
Yeah. All right.
We're on time.
See you.
1, 2, 3. I'll be back, Jack.
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.